So today I want to try to get this demand under control, and some things that we are learning about our productions. We need to get these deficits under control as well. So we're going to take a look at some of these. We need more pharmaceuticals. Oh my goodness. We need some offices. So we need to just look at the production of these, which is all industry. We have a huge industry demand, and our area is starting to get pretty populated out here. What's going on here? Air pollution, yeah, because the wind's coming this way. Oh, so these houses might not be happy long term, but we might relocate them. We're on a tangent already, but we're going to start focusing on our little bit of our industrial demand as well as probably the commercial. And I want to get really hoping to get to this next milestone so that we can open up the 10 more expansion permits so we can really start thinking about expanding the residential area and keep plugging away at this. So let's start off by figuring out exactly what to do with industry. Trying to do a little bit of a 140 by 120 grid here. Mess that one up a little bit when it's straight. There we go, 120. 140 by 120. Still getting the hang of these roads and making sure we're in the right spot when we start making it. We want it like that. And then this one, we'll just kind of leave like so. And we'll grid this out a little bit more. If we can, another 120 or 118 will be good. We'll get this grid done, get it populated, and see how that does for the demand. But we also got to keep in mind that we need to balance having enough workers. So just getting these companies in here isn't going to be enough. Go about right there, let that come in. We'll see what that does to some of those demands, and we'll look at these companies as they come in too and make sure they are the right type that we're looking for. That's some things that I don't know if districting eventually will allow us to put policies on these, and I guess we could play around with that. We'll just do a little district right here and see what that tells us. So that's done. Manor Peak, energy consumption awareness, gated community. Ooh, we should try that. Heavy truck ban recycling, roadside parking fee, speed bumps. Yeah, nothing to do with the type of zoning or type of specialty for industry. So I don't think we want to do that. And here we have a dairy house. Did we put that down yet? What is that going to do? 2% efficiency citywide to industrial and 2% export profits. Yeah, that's going to go right there, which also opened up a chemical plant. Chemicals are everything and more that are made today. And the chemical plant, I think, would be interesting to put just right here. Very interesting. So that's going to give us a 1% efficiency bonus, and this one's going to give us a 2% efficiency bonus and a 2% export bonus. And I think I am going to de-zone this area, and that was a good idea, but since we added the industrial area over here with the wind blowing that way, that's just not going to work. Water is exceeding our demands. Is that true? It's getting close. So we're gonna have to think about this here. Let's upgrade. Oh, we did. Did we just apply that upgrade? And then this as well? Okay, so we upgraded that now. What is that gonna do to the demand? Not thinking we actually did, but we're running at ×1 right now, so not a lot's gonna change. Let's go ×3. We'll let this industrial area come in a little bit and see how we're looking. Still in the green money-wise. Actually, we're a lot in the green. Get some new healthcare soon. All right, so that demand seems to be taken care of. Let's look at our employees now. I'm sure we're really short. Yeah, 1,800. So now it's time to start focusing on some more upgrades. And gosh, I almost think I want to kind of mimic this setup over here that we have there. So let's go ahead and start focusing on that. So let's first pause it. Let's look at the zoning. We're gonna de-zone all of this. Gonna kick some people out of their houses, but sometimes that's what we gotta do. Parking, we're gonna get those gone. And then we'll leave that little bit of commercial, but I wanna get rid of this because I think I do want to zone on both sides of this street. So let's take a look here, and we'll go to our high density. We'll grab the square. Now this is a 3 deep, so let's do a 4x3. See what happens there. Okay, so 2 buildings came in, so they're 2 bys that they can do 3 deep apparently. And then before we get too far, let's figure out where we want the parking lot to go. I think we want potentially, what does this one look like size-wise? Yeah, not a fan of that. So I think what we're gonna do is also demolish this road. We'll add something back in once we get the parking lot down though. It's too big, let's go large. I'm gonna sneak that right next to those buildings. And then we'll come in with an alley right here. And I believe if we shut off snapping to side of building and snap to grid, we can get this in the middle, or no, is it this square here? Yes, there we go. So now we can go to the middle there and snap to building I still want, like so, and that'll get us that connected, and then we'll do that one as well. And then I want to demolish these paths and probably these commercial buildings, and we'll rezone the rest of that right there commercial. And those buildings are coming interesting, but we'll get rid of these paths as well. We don't want that, so let's get rid of that there. But here we have another opportunity for a little bit bigger, so we're gonna go 4 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, back 5. And let's see, okay, 2 buildings. Oh, those come in nice though. Do that and just kind of see what happens here. It should take care of a lot of our residential demand. Actually, too much probably. This one, let's pause this because we do, I think, want to sneak a little path here. And that should be fine without demolishing anything. Yeah, and that'll switch that to over here, and we'll rezone this a little bit bigger. Let that come in. So now our medium and low density is the demands. Let's pause it for a little bit because I do want to do a little build out in this area, and we're gonna get this all gridded up and rejoin. That really seemed to tip the scales for the demand, which is what we were looking to do. So that's positive. Let that finish coming in and let things kind of balance out and see where our commercial demand's sitting, and we're getting closer to that next milestone. Very nice. 130,000 surplus a month. Need more farmland. And for the first time in this playthrough, we do have, oh, it went away. We had a negative happiness score for traffic. What is going on over here? Why are these collapsing? Must have had a fire spread over here. Interesting. Well, they're rebuilding them. I didn't even notice. But let's double check the traffic though, because that did show up as a negative. Yeah, it's negative again. Got a little backup on this highway exit. It isn't terrible. Around here, we're starting to see a little bit of a backup, but none of this seems enough to be like, I want to move out of town. Not really any red, but I think there are some intersections that we could do with improving the stop sign situation. Like there's nothing here. So if we went in here maybe and we just added stop signs, maybe that'll help, as well as here. And then this roundabout. Let's go ×2 right now and see. Yeah, so they're all gonna stop, and that should spread traffic a little bit. All right, demands are coming back. People are moving in. Some of these still aren't getting populated yet because the demand's not quite there yet. Or are they not? Oh, look at that, that's why. Okay, we'll trick this for a second. Get these row houses in here, and then do that. And so, I need to do the same with both, whoops. With both sides of this one. There we go, that's better. I don't know how this messes with the demand, but I want these to look a little more uniform here. 200,000 a month. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. Got to work on our farming, but everything's looking good right now. Just really want to get to that big town so we can start expanding more. And with this amount of money, I'm really tempted to add another, maybe a hospital. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend some of our points on a hospital. And it would be nice to, what's the footprint? It is pretty large, but I kind of want it in this part of town though. So let's see, what's the cost of that? 775,000 a month. Okay, that changes things. So let's look at our healthcare coverage. Green here and red, they're not wrong. They are not wrong. So we will build one out in this area. I kind of like what we did with the parking lot. So let's go here and we'll do a medium-sized parking lot there and there. Can we move this? Just one node in between. Let's move this as well to right, oops, to right there. Do that. Maybe one more over. We're gonna fully upgrade it, and I think that'll be good. And we're gonna try something here as well. Just trying to work on the look of all of this. We'll go ahead and get rid of that, and that'll allow us to sneak around like so. And I think what we'll do is add like employee parking back here and add a little path as well. Let's take snapping off because I want to start the path here. Just little walking paths for making it look a little more finished. I don't know. It's interesting. It needs a little bit of trees, I think. That should have hurt our money pretty heavily. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's get a view out here and look at our healthcare again. A little bit better, but we got some areas that are still struggling a little bit. But how are they feeling about it? Only a -1 now. Happiness is pretty much higher than it's been. Fantastic. How do I go the other way with it? Trying to do a little lane mathematics here. See if we can fix this, but it's still allowing the two to go that way. Oh, I have a no turn on here. Fix that. Trying to see this, if it's turn only or not. Yeah, that's what I want. I want this lane to be able to go straight or turn, but I want this lane to be turn only, because that's starting to become a backup there. And yeah, I would be not surprised that you're having high rent right here. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, we got a car accident. Oh, just a traffic jam. So this is backing up still. Okay, so I think we're gonna spend the rest of the episode catching up on traffic here. So we're learning a little bit. We're finally dealing with this, I guess I should say. And that's coming from that main highway. So that does make sense. I think I do want to reroute that traffic. Oh, first thing we're gonna do is upgrade this to a 4-lane highway here, which makes an interesting intersection. We might improve that a little bit. And we'll keep coming out here to where it starts. Oops. Oh man, this is what I don't know how to fix here. If we come back that way with it and then switch it. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Pretty good tooling. And I want to get to, let's earmark about where we want this to start bending back. Probably about right here. Okay, get these upgraded, and then we will work on rerouting this traffic to the main road. And a little issue here that I'm just not sure where I want to turn this back into a regular road. So I guess we'll upgrade a few more of these to be the highway. We'll get that fixed here. And then when we get to the intersection, we can switch it back to a regular road and not a highway. And if I'm remembering right, we also want to come in here and add lighting to all of this. And that will allow the electricity to pass through. It looks like they might have already had them on there because we upgraded it already. Okay, so let's see. That should put a lot more traffic at these intersections here, but that's a larger road than the one it was coming into down here. So here's where it was winding up. It's already improved traffic. Beautiful. And so we did do a highway so far out here, but as we start zoning and gosh, yeah, I don't know if we'll need to make this an actual like separated highway or not. We can get away with it. We're trying to stay somewhat small town. We do have a little bit of a skyscraper going for like a larger city. Still at only 11,000. Pretty cool though. Yeah, traffic here is a mess. Yeah, let's speed up to ×3 and see if this stuff starts resolving based on the change we made. So one feature that I really wanted to try out was the gated community. I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to do that. I was thinking by the college, but I might. Yeah, let's try it this way. So we're going to grab our district creator here. We're going to take this little square and we're going to turn it into Willow Gardens. And then we're going to come in here and do gated community. I want to see what happens. I don't see any gates going up. Only people living within this district are allowed in. It increases the well-being of the residents and reduces crime in the area. It does not affect city services. So I guess we don't see gates, but okay. Interesting. What are some of these other ones? Heavy traffic ban, we can do that. Add speed bumps as well to slow down traffic. Reduce noise. Interesting. Everyone's happy. Everyone's loving this town right now. Except for stuff over here. I don't know if it's struggling because of the building type this is. Let's let it, yeah, recreate some other things. Those ones seem to be abandoned a lot. I don't know, what is this? It's empty. See, this company's empty too. It's like whatever these are, advertise here. Yeah, they just don't seem to get occupied. So close to this next milestone, like literally, did the game break? There it is. So we got 2.2 million, 9 more developmental points and 12 more tile, which, gosh, now it's like the decision of where do we expand next? It'd be good to expand this way for our industry. I think I am gonna grab those 3, but then residential wise, like all of this here, let's deselect all that. Like this here is probably the next spot. All right, and that should give us 1 more tile to keep just in case. That does open up a lot for us, and we'll probably terraform down. Yeah, we'll want to get that a little flatter. You can see it's a lot of raised area, which is gorgeous, but we want to keep it a little flatter for developing. So we'll probably come in and do that next, even though we might leave it at like this height here and have a nice little like hill and start zoning up here and just separate it a little bit. But I think we'll do that next episode. At this point, I want to kind of just keep an eye on things and see we're at 68,000. So we probably need to work on getting a little more livestock is definitely the issue, and wheat. How are we on that? We got a little area here that could be farming. And then a little back here and still just a hair here. So I think I'll do wheat here. Just kind of add on to it. Get this done and show you what we did. Oh, there's something in here. Yeah, you go away. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll have to get a road around here to kind of close off that long term. But that deficit's still getting worse on livestock, so we're gonna have to find a dedicated area just to do a huge amount of livestock production. Only 45%, 49% efficiency, and that's something else we need to go through all these and make sure. Yeah, workforce is definitely going to be the issue still. Yeah, now we have 2,400 jobs available. We got to expand big time, and we're going to do that next episode. It's going to be a huge residential expansion. I mean, potentially get up to maybe 20,000, and we are still 427. Oh, look at that monthly. What is going on? Government subsidies gone. Taxes are coming in good. Service fees really kicking in there with education specifically. And how's the workforce looking there? Education, we probably need to think about schools soon. This is the one here. Yeah, so elementary school's struggling a little bit. College is still okay. High school's still okay. We don't have a university, but another elementary school will be due next episode, as well as a huge residential expansion and maybe cleaning up this area a little bit. Thanks for hanging out on this episode of Socksville 2.0. It's coming along nice. I'm really loving City Skylines 2. Can't wait to see what this game looks like a year or two from now. My goodness, it's going to be awesome. I'll catch you on the next one.